What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Thursday. It is May 15th. We are back. It's a terrible slate. Just preface this if you have not looked at it yet. It's not the most ideal slate. We've got a 4-game main slate, then we got 2 other games at night. We're just going to cover the 4-game main slate here. If you've never been here before, we go through every single game. We look at the pitchers, we look at the batters, we look at BVP, we look at historical matchups, we look at everything, and we try to tell you some of the plays we like. A little bit longer version. If you want to see a shortened version, you can come here, go to the MLB tab, and check out everything between. After that, we're going to go over so I've done 10,000 sims in the background already. We do a total of 20,000 a day. For the first 10,000, we're going to give you a first look. All of the batters, I have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. So we're going to look at those and see if they're in good matchups. That includes ballpark factors, weather, so on and so forth. After that, we're going to do our Pitches Be Crazy segment. So that is where we look at the worst 5 teams on the slate, and we look at the pitchers against them and how they strike out, and if it's a good match to use them, DFS or sports betting. And then at the very end, we do our Makin bacon bets. So we look at them. We look at everything we just talked about, and we look at batters we think could get 2+ bases, and then we look at some of the pitchers and maybe what we would target for pitching and strikeouts for sports betting. So we're going to do all that. On top of that, we do have giveaways. We have 2 giveaways a day, or we try to. Here's how to win. Like the video, be a subscriber, and you got to leave a comment on the video. You do all of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes. You'll have a shot at a free week of FTA+. 100 likes on the video, a chance at a free month. Again, these are all sports. 150 likes, a free year. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. We still have a couple of Mother's Day coupon codes left. If you are interested in getting the $199 yearly package for $100 off, so get it for $99, all you got to do is email me right now, dfshelp1@gmail.com. The email is down below, along with our free Discord. You can get in there and DM me on Discord if you aren't able to get me via email. I've seen a couple people say the email didn't go through. I have not received an email yet. The email is down below. Second way to win, somewhere in this video, there'll be a keyword or a key phrase. Be on the lookout for it, and then post it in your comment and have a chance to win. So we're going to see who the 2 winners are. This is just because we got a minimum of 50 likes on Wednesday's video. So there you go, Joshua Mansfield. Congratulations. Please email me and let me know you are the 514 views winner. And let me know if you have an account on our site. So FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is the site. If you do not have an account, let me know a username, email, and password. We'll get you set up for your free pass. And that is because we got a minimum of 50 likes. We are still going to re-roll it. You did have the keyword of mushroom, so we'll see if you are the winner if it re-rolls it again here. And the winner, there you go, Sergeant Saint. Haven't tried the mushroom coffee yet. Let's bring home some bacon. Hopefully you guys were able to bring home some bacon in your Wednesday slate. So there you go. Those are the 2 winners. We're always going to use Outlier, so if you want to check it out, the link is down below. You're going to get a 7-day free trial. If you sign up for their normal package after 7 days using our link, we're going to give you a free week of FTA+. If you go ahead and sign up using our link for their pro package, we're going to give you a free month of FTA+. So like I said, this slate is kind of ugly. I mean, overall pitching-wise, it's kind of gross. There's not a ton that I love. We got weather concern, Minnesota and Baltimore yet again. We got 2 games at the pitchers, the night slate, that we aren't even looking at because they don't even have the pitchers available yet. That's the Dodgers pitcher, and then both Houston and Texas. We don't know who's pitching there. So we're going to look at this. We're going to try to cover everything. And this might be a day that you kind of just relax and don't do it. But I know we are all addicted to playing DFS and gambling, so it's going to be really, really hard for me to convince you not to, which is completely fine. So Washington at Atlanta, we got Trevor Williams versus AJ Smith-Shawver. So in their career, Trevor Williams has seen Atlanta a lot. 126 plate appearances, 259 batting average, 15.1 K percentage, a low K percentage there. And this is on the road for him. And then AJ Smith-Shawver, 6 plate appearances, he really hasn't seen it. Now, both of these offenses have started to come along lately. Smith-Shawver is averaging a lot more. He is averaging 17.2 fantasy points a game. He has not faced Washington this year and barely has faced them before. He might be my best bet here. But again, Washington's offense is very good. Would not surprise me if C.J. Abrams takes him deep in the first at-bat of the game like he did the other day. So I don't love today, but we are going to break it down. So he makes sense. But again, Washington's offense looks good, and we're going to look at that with Outlier in a second. Then you got Trevor Williams, comes in with a 5.80 ERA, He has had success against this Braves team in the past. His strikeouts are very low. He's at 34 strikeouts in 8 starts, which is very, very low. On the road, he is, 20 innings at home, 20 innings on the road, 6.30 ERA on the road. He's not been very good on the road. So what you could look at is, if I'm going to take a pitcher in this game, it's going to be Smith Shawver. I don't think I trust Williams unless I make like 50 lineups, which I'm not going to. Then I would throw him in there a couple times. So Washington bats against Shawver. They've not really done much, but like you could see against righties this year, if you were to take them, Kyber Ruiz is one I'd look at. I would look at CJ Abrams. I would take a look at Nate Lowe. Love me some Nate Lowe. You guys know that anytime Nate Lowe is on the field against a righty, I always want to have exposure if I go in that direction. So I would look at him. I would look a little bit at James Wood as well. And if you need a rounded out 5th stack guy, Luis Garcia. Now, it is a Thursday, which is kind of like a Sunday. And what I mean by that is catchers usually, if it's a getaway day for them after the game, it's an early game, catchers sometimes rest. So maybe we don't see Ruiz, we see Riley Adams. So kind of monitor that, kind of going in that direction. But if I were to go with this one, my heart of hearts right now tells me I'm probably looking at the Braves against Trevor Williams. Not a ton of success. Like Olsen has a home run, Arcia has a home run. Ozzy Albies batting .313 and 16 at bats. Marcell Ozuna. I think Marcell Ozuna has. Let's see. Ozuna is 11 for 33 against Trevor Williams with 10 singles and a double and only 2 strikeouts. So Ozuna's seen him well. And then against righties this year, Ozuna batting .279. You got Baldwin batting .345. You got Verdugo batting .293. Eli White batting .303. Michael Harris batting .262. Would not surprise me if Michael Harris goes up and steals a couple of bags if he gets on. So, I mean, I am looking at a full Atlanta stack here. I really don't want anything to do with Trevor Williams whatsoever. So then the next game, we've got Minnesota at Baltimore, sorry. We got Minnesota at Baltimore here. We've got rain is in the forecast, so that does scare me a little bit. We got Sugano versus Chris Paddock. Paddock, 42 plate appearances against this Baltimore team. 23.8 K percentage, 256 batting average. So he's had success against them in the past. He is 7,300. He's only averaging 10.1 fantasy points a game. That's the prop. 4.77 ERA, 1-3 record, 30 strikeouts in 8 starts. When he's on the road, he's got a 6.87 ERA compared to a 2.95 at home. So you can see it's a vast, stark difference between home and away. Kind of always look at that. He did have a perfect game going. His last start, he is coming off a game against San Francisco, 7.1 innings, his best game of the year. 1 earned run, 6 Ks. I mean, the most Ks he's gotten is 6. Tournament-wise, I'm okay with it. But again, Baltimore's offense, if they're on, they really come on strong. Sagano's never faced him before, 2.72 ERA on the flip side of that. So we look at those numbers. Like, he's been decent, coming off a great start against the Angels. Mid-start, didn't hit value against Kansas City. When we're looking at value, we're looking at 2 to 2.5 to 3 times value. So take the 8,000 times 2 times 3. Kind of that would be my baseline there. He hit it against the Yankees with 8 strikeouts. He had 5 strikeouts against the Angels. He now comes in against the Twins, who they've been hitting very well as well. So I think both pitchers are tournament options. Again, it just depends if this game gets in due to the weather there. So then we look at the bats. So we look, obviously Sagano's never faced them before. So if we're looking at how Minnesota has done against right-handed pitching this year, Christian Vasquez, I think he had a home run on Wednesday. You could look at him. Ty France is batting .279. Brooks Lee batting .254. I think Brooks Lee had a home run Wednesday as well. Harrison Bader batting .308. You've got Trevor Larnach only batting .269, which is 20 points above league average. He's got 6 home runs in that stretch as well. Byron Buxton's another one. I want to use Buxton. If I'm stacking Minnesota, I think Buxton makes my lineup every single day. And I say that because we look at him, 246 batting average, so he's above league average, 7 home runs. When healthy, he is good. He also steals bases as well. So if you don't trust Chris Paddock, you want to look at Baltimore. Gunnar has a home run. I believe he had a home run on Wednesday as well. He's been heating up all year since coming off the IL. .321 batting average against righties. I believe he's got 5 home runs now. It just has not updated yet. Jackson Holliday batting .284 with 4 bombs. Got Ryan O'Hearn batting .305 with 7 bombs. Tyler O'Neill batting .265 with 2 bombs. Mullins hits home runs, and he gets on base to steal bases as well. So they do all of these together. I don't mind that. Again, I think both pitchers are tournament only, and I think that's kind of the direction I would go in this situation. So we see that. Again, 4 games, possibly 3 if there's weather concern, and this game gets pushed. White Sox at Cincy. Again, this is Cincinnati. This ballpark, the ball likes to fly out of there. The wind is blowing in and to left, but it's hot and humid. It's got 39% chance of home runs in this game. Oriole Park, Minnesota, Baltimore has 11% chance, and then Dodger Stadium for the night game, 6% chance, but we don't know who the pitchers are in that game. So in this game, White Sox Cincy, we got Nick Martinez versus Bryce Wilson. So Martinez comes in. Obviously, he's got a great matchup here against the White Sox because the White Sox are a very bad team here. Only 18 plate appearances against the White Sox in his career, but a 176 batting average, 16.7 K percentage. So he's actually had success against them, and it's done very well. Like, when we've used him, he's been serviceable. But the problem is, it is in Great American Small Park. The ball flies out of there. While he actually has pitched better at home than on the road, and he has a plus matchup in this game, has not faced the White Sox this year. But Nick Martinez at 8,300 makes a little bit of sense. Then you got Bryce Wilson. I mean, we had to, like, out of all of the teams on this slate, Cincinnati ranks 27th out of 30 for strikeouts, but they're number 1 because of the teams that are going. So Cincy does strike out over 9 times a game. Their last game, I believe they struck out 12 times. I think 12 times. Or maybe that was Wednesday's game. I don't remember. But Bryce Wilson, 4.88 ERA. We have not used him. He has not hit value yet. He's still 5,000, which is wild because, well, he might have hit value here, but only went 3 innings against Detroit. So he's not going deep into games. It's in Cincy. For tournaments, maybe you look at Bryce Wilson just because Cincy strikes out, but I wouldn't trust that with the weather going here. If I'm going to use one, it's going to be Nick Martinez, and it's going to be Cincinnati as a stack. And they're going to be a very popular stack considering, considering where we're at and having just not a ton of great options on this slate. It's a weird Thursday slate. It's kind of dumb. But if you were to, go against the grain, and because the wind might be blowing out and you don't think very many people will be on, on the White Sox, like, you could look at some of them as a stack. Against righties, they're not really doing that well this year. Ones that jump out, maybe Michael A. Taylor, Andrew Vaughn, but he's only batting .202. Miguel Vargas batting .228. Like, they're just not batting very well. But again, with the wind blowing out, literally anything can happen. So if you do make multiple lineups, make sure you get in at least a little bit of this situation, just in case, because 4 games, possibly 3, everyone's going to be on the Reds. But I mean, for good reason. So against the Reds, or against Bryce Wilson, Will Benson has a home run, TJ Friedel has a home run, Ellie has a home run. Against right-handed pitching this year, Austin Wynns, if he gets in there, batting .458 with a couple of bombs. Trevino batting .364 against righties still with 2 bombs. With the wind blowing out, I love that. Ellie batting .265, 5 bombs. Lux batting .321. Friedel batting .284. Hines batting .286. Like, these are ones, and it's a very small kind of slate today, but Cincinnati makes the most sense for 2+ different stacks. And what I mean by that is, if you've never been here before, we kind of discuss that all the time, but you're looking at a team. On DraftKings, you can only have 5 players from one team, batters. On Fanduel, you can have 4. Maybe if you like more than 4 or 5, you got to make different stacks with different pitchers, or the same pitcher if you can get it in there. So that's kind of where I'd look at for the Reds. Definitely would be looking at more so 2 times red stack, but again, get a little bit of the White Sox in there just in case. You want to be above the field, you want to have some fun with it. I completely get it. And then the final game of this main slate, which is a terrible main slate combined, but you've got the Tampa Bay Rays at Toronto, so it's on the road. It's not in the minor league stadium, which is always a plus. You got Zach Littell versus Kevin Gausman. Littell, 53 plate appearances, a .306 batting average against them, 17 K percentage, so very low numbers there. And then Gausman, 23 plate appearances, .304. So while they've not been ideal, it's kind of like Gausman comes in sub-4 ERA. Not the best start against Seattle, a really good start against Cleveland, bad start against the Yankees. Did not hit value against Houston, hit value against Atlanta and Boston. He's been very up and down. So we look at his splits. 3 games at home, a 2 ERA. 5 games on the road, 5.27. So the numbers are a little skewed, I will say. They could definitely be skewed a little bit just because he hasn't had as many starts at home. But he's in a great spot here. Tampa Bay's offense, just sometimes it scares me. They're either on or they're just completely off and looking like trash. So against Gausman, like Chris Morel's the only one with a home run. Against right-handed pitching, like if you weren't going to go with Gausman and you were going to go with someone else, like Jonathan Aranda, batting 372 with 6 bombs. Caminero, bat 267's got 6 bombs. Brandon Lau, batting only 231, so below league average, but he does hit righties better with 4 bombs. Chris Morel, batting 293 with 2 home runs, and he's had a little bit of success against Gausman. You could look at those guys. Cameron Misner, 286 batting average, 2 bombs. You could look there. It just depends. Chandler Simpson's also a cheaper option if you want to go a Tampa Bay stack. I think I'll have a little bit of Gausman. It's a weird slate. And then Toronto bats against Littell. Like Santander has a home run, but I believe Santander is on the IL or he's hurt. Is he hurt? No, he's back. Okay, so he missed last weekend. Got a shoulder problem. He's batting 190. He is not what they signed. They signed the 40 home run guy from last year, and they are not getting that. So I don't trust him enough. Like Varsho has a home run against him, and that is it. If we look against right-handed pitching, they do hit very well. Bichette over 300 with 3 bombs. Santander does hit righties better, 5 bombs there. So you could look at him, but again, he's not 100% healthy. Varsho batting 286 with 5 bombs. Springer batting 293 with a home run. Nate Lukes would be a cheap option. Vladdy batting 273, but only 2 bombs against righties. Barger, if you want to look at Barger there, 240 batting average, 1 home run. Alejandro Kirk, 273 batting average, 1 home run as well. So I think I do like Toronto as my second stack against Littell. I don't trust him enough. Again, they'll be very cautious on this slate. It is a very small, really gross, ugly slate that I'm not a huge fan of today, if you couldn't tell. So there you have it. That is the main slate broken down. 4 games, possibly 3. Overall, looking at pitchers, I want nothing to do with Wilson, Williams. Those 2 I don't want anything to do with. I'll have maybe a little bit of Paddock because Baltimore's offense is kind of up and down. Sagano, kind of the same thing. But I do like Smith-Shawver. I like Kevin Gausman, Nick Martinez a little bit. Got to get a little creative with it. So before we go into everything else, the keyword of the day is Kit Kat because I stole my 5-year-old's Kit Kat. They're not going to know what hit them when they come home and that's not here. I'm going to just say, because you threw a fit last night, Santa came and took it. So Kit Kat is the name. And if you are new to the channel, usually we have a lot more to cover, but we don't have that many. So now we're going to do the matchup rating. So we've through 10,000 sims, we're doing all the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. There's not too many today. There's not very many games. And the record is 38, and we don't have anywhere near that. We have less than 10. So here we go. All the batters, and this is through 10,000 sims. So this is your first look. So depending on when you watch this video, you might check back with this slate locking at 11 a.m. Central. Check back early in the morning, like it depends on when you watch this. So it should be updated about an hour before this. So like 10 a.m. Central. Number 1 is Shohei Ohtani, which is the night slate. If you want to see if you have any questions about those 2 night games, maybe they are FanDuel, maybe it's on FanDuel, maybe it's part of the main slate. If you got questions about it, they will be part of the projections and simulations on the website. You can ask in our absolutely free Discord as well. So we'll put that. If you got questions about those games, players, or matchups or breakdowns, you can ask in the Discord. So Ohtani's number 1. Number 2 is Elly De La Cruz. 3 is TJ Friedl. 4 is Spencer Steer. 5 is Tyler Stevenson. 6 is Freddie Freeman. And 7 is Santiago Espinal. So we have 7 there. We do have quite a bit of 9s, so you definitely can check that out under the MLB tab right here. So again, if you cannot purchase an FTA Plus membership for $10, or if you cannot donate to PayPal, CashApp, or Venmo, or Zelle here on down below, watching these videos here on YouTube in their entirety, clicking on the ads, all of that helps out the channel more than you know. Last month, we absolutely killed it in ad revenue from you guys. I want to thank you so much. It's our best It's our best month ever in the since 2014 when we started this. And I don't think we're going to break it this month, but we are well on our way. We're a third of the way there already, which has been awesome, guys. So I do want to thank. So that being said, the pitches be crazy. I don't agree with this. I don't love all of these. I'm probably not going to touch this, but sports betting wise, you can go with what you want. We've broken it down a little bit for you, but we go. Bryce Wilson at Cincy is number one. Cincinnati is striking out 9.12 times per game, 8.1 at home. Chris Paddock at Baltimore. Baltimore is striking out 8.79 times per game, 8.76 at home. Nick Martinez versus the White Sox. The White Sox are striking out 8.62 times per game, 9.14 times on the road. Kevin Gausman versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay strikes out 8.51 times per game, 9.46 on the road. And Trevor Williams at Atlanta. Atlanta is striking out 8.5 times per game, but only 8.3 at home. So those are your top 5 that are on the slate. So again, it's Bryce Wilson, Chris Paddock, 3 is Nick Martinez, 4 is Kevin Gausman, and 5 is Trevor Williams. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the batters that we think right now that we think could get over 1.5 bases or 2+ bases. So this is sports betting. This is your making bacon bets. It just depends on if you guys like to sports bet, we will put that in there. We do have sports bets on the website. If you go under the MLB tab, it's at the bottom, MLB prop bet. So it's usually some bases. You could use these for maybe some home runs, but again, be very cautious. They're not a ton today, as there should be. So number 1 is Shohei Ohtani versus Beto. Number 2 is Elly De La Cruz versus Bryce Wilson. I love Elly today. He might be one of my core plays overall. Number 3 is Spencer Steer. Number 4 is TJ Friedl. Number 5 is Tyler Stevenson. As you can see, it really loves Cincy as a stack. And number 6 is Freddie Freeman versus Osvaldo Bido. So there you go. We don't have very many there. And now we're going to look at the pitchers. Not a ton that I love. These are what I would look at. Kevin Gausman, if you can find a line for 6+ strikeouts, I might tease it down to 5+. AJ Smith-Shawver, if you can find one for 5+ or 6+ strikeouts, I would look at that direction too. And then Nick Martinez, if you can find a line for 4 or 5 strikeouts, those are the ones I would look at. So there you have it. That is the breakdown of your Thursday slate, a kind of a gross slate. We will be back Friday with a full slate. I cannot wait. We've got some way better matchups for Friday. We've got some have already shown up, so we already know. But we've got like Brady Singer at home. We've got Ranger Suarez. We've got Carlos Rodon against the Mets in Citi Field. You got Crochet going up against the Braves. We've got a ton of great matchups, and I cannot wait to hopefully take advantage of those. You got Logan Webb versus the A's at home. Just so many different pitchers that we can use. I cannot wait for Friday's slate. So bear with us. We are here. Depending on when you watch this video, we got our PGA content for the PGA Championship. That is live. We got the cheat sheet, our bacon station, and we even have our lineups on the cheat sheet ready to go for you. So if you want to check that out, go to the PGA tab. We got simulations, we got bacon station, and we've got our cheat sheet. On top of that, Saturdays we have MLB and we have MMA, and then Sundays we have MLB and NASCAR as well. So we're ready to go, geared and ready to rock and roll for you on this Thursday. Have a great day. Got any questions, you can ask down below. You can always hit us up on our absolutely free Discord. We give out some core plays and some value, and we try to discuss what we can. If you have any questions for sports betting or DFS, we will hopefully be there for you. So have a fantastic Thursday on not a very fantastic slate, or at least main slate. Good luck today, and as always, bring home some bacon. Peace.